rescuing passengers, and we're dead. Well, you've probably split in half by one of the roll cage bars. Ah! What happened there? Shadow. What is that? I don't know. Oh god! Hello and welcome to a new video of BeamNG Drive. Today we're going to be covering some of the things in the new update that just released. Now the first thing you're probably going to notice after we click this, there's more things. Now, we have a few more campaigns here. We have Hustle and Bustle. We're going to do that later, hopefully, if I remember. Now, we also have bus routes. Now, we can see here, we can go to Vehicle. And then it'll just load this up and see here. Here's a bus. So here's a city bus, Safari, tons of different things. The Hero has 346 horsepower, not too much. But look at the torque numbers. Yep, they're up there. Now, because this is America, we're going to go for the Hero. Let's select the map. I think we should go for West Coast, USA. There's a reason for that, and I will tell you later. So right here, we have all these different bus routes that we can take. We can take go to a 6 Royal Bank. I think that Royal Bank sounds pretty interesting. So let's go for it. Now our settings is strict stops. That means that the requires the bus to stop, kneel, and the door opening. See, buses have air suspension, so they can kneel. I'll show you what that means. So let's click play, and just wait a second. Now this is a new update, and I'm recording this as it first comes out, so things like that, they're probably gonna be fixed. I've tried this a bunch of times, but I don't know. I'll have to try and look to see how to do this, but I'll see if I can get this done. So, can I get it close to there? I want to try to get it close to the right. Okay, it says stop the bus. It just changed my camera. Now let's press G. And then O. Okay, so you have to get like a really precise direction on that. You can see it as the wheel from the T-Series, so let's close the doors now. And then let's press G again. I'll raise the brakes. Now we can proceed to the next stop. Okay, that was a bit tricky at first. And you can hear that this has backup beepers and there's a lot of things. And this map is running a lot better than it used to. So that's a good thing. Do I have to stop at the stoplight? Let's just say no, because we don't care about that stuff around here. Okay, here's the next stop. Get close to the side, but not over. You've seen nothing. So how close? Okay, there we go. That was a bit interesting to say the least. Now, let's open up those doors. And then we wait 5 seconds. And then close the doors, raise the bus, and proceed to the next stop. So this is actually going to be pretty long. And if the longer these trips are, the more boring it is for you to watch. So I'm going to do one more stop and hopefully not fail, even though I already have many times. Let's hear that diesel engine. Yep, pretty good. There wasn't any road rules that it says like I fail or anything, so we're just going to do one more, and then we're going to go back over to free mode. And there is many things you can do here. It's not just in this mode. You can go do it in, and if I can get, I'm stuck on the inside. Come on, there we go. So it's not just in this mode. You can also do this in free mode. And I've already opened the doors. Okay, then. And it's just this every time. This is exactly what you do. So let's go over to free roam. Well, actually, not yet. A normal day at work. Safely transport your passengers down the mountain. Well, let's safely transport these passengers down the mountain. It says a normal day at work, but usually if anything is, usually in a game, if it's like over like, oh yeah, just, it's a normal thing. They're usually saying that as like, something's going to happen. I think there might be. I don't know. I've never played this mode before. This is my first time playing it. And one thing that I definitely do notice is that it is kind of bouncy, but that's to be expected from this thing. It is in real life too, obviously, if you're hitting a bunch of like little bumps on the road. But there was a mod just like this, but this one is a lot more detailed. The interior's a lot better, because the other one was basically an interior from like a T-series, which is, if you don't know, a truck. And we're going into the opposite side of the road because that is safe, you know. So safe. Oh, no. Okay, well, terrorist attack, I guess. Don't slow down. Well, let's floor it. I'm just going to give it a bit of brake so that I can actually make this corner. Okay. And then I'm actually going to try to make this corner. No. Come on, floor it. Get up, back up to speed. Okay. Rescue incoming. Okay, I don't know what it really means by rescue incoming, but there's rescue incoming. Oh, okay, what's happening here? I see something down there. Now we just pull alongside the rescue truck. Where is he at? Where's he at? Right there. Gotta pull alongside. Oh, yeah, there is a bomb, isn't there? Okay, now what's going to happen here? Okay, I'm next to him. Do I have to be on the other side? Most likely. Okay, I'm alongside him now. What's going to happen? Rescuing passengers. Oh, I gotta pull back along him. No! Come on. I'm going in the first person for this so that I can actually see what's going on because I have a wheel. And I'm trying to floor it. Come on, rescue the passengers. Okay, we're alongside. No, you slammed on the brakes. No, no, flooring. So we have, if I slow down that much again, come on, this guy needs to slow down a bit so that I can get up next to him. Really? Come on. Okay. Rescuing passengers, and we're dead. Okay, here we are on West Coast, USA. Now the frame rate definitely is somewhat better. They've optimized the game a bit more. Oh, what happened? We should do this. Oh, that's very fast, to say the least. Let's get a good crash. Well, you're probably already dead from the force of that impact. And you're definitely dead now. Your body has turned into, well, you've probably split in half by one of the roll cage bars. Ah! What happened there? God dang it. Oh. So let's just drive this around. What are those things in the back anyway? This thing's so American. Wait, what's this little button down there? Jado? What is that? I don't know. Oh god! Oh, whoa. Well then. We know what that is now. Oh, okay, so I click T to activate that, even But if I just floor it, oh, that is so fun. Now let's see what is it like on the interior. Okay, so normal driving, Jado, and just with it, yeah. If you're in this bus with someone, yes, you have literally turned into a pancake. Well, there's no point looking at the damage here. Let's see, so there's something on here that says max height. Does that like raise it? Shift G. Well, I mean a little bit. So is it like more bumpier or something? Oh. Let's see. Okay, so you see those buttons there? It says like kneel and ride height. Let's just take it out onto the normal road real quick. So, well, not normal road, but let's just take it. Let's move. You know what happens when you get stuck on something? You do this, and that's not even enough. Okay, that's what you do. Now that we're off of that thing, let's take a look at what we can do here. So, normal ride height. Let's see, can I keep it from moving? Yes, I can. If I... Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay, we ran out of it. We ran out of fuel. Anyway, let's just take a look here. So if I click kneel, which is G, let's see if it actually clicks that button. Okay, kneel. Press G. No, it does not. Now let's see if I do the ride height button. G. Nope, nothing. This bus has a lot of miles on it. Oh, look, that's so cool. Watch this. This is probably the most American vehicle I've seen today. You know, if I just saw this on the road, I'd say, yep, because America. It doesn't have any seats on the inside. Let's see, so we're just here at a stoplight, waiting for it to turn green, and it's green. That's what you do in this bus. Every time it turns green, you gotta do that. Oh, let's see if we can override it. Come on, let's bust the engine up. Ah! Or bust our face up. America. Hell yeah. Now, one new feature which we're going to check out with a different car is they've improved ABS. So let's just check out with this car first. ABS definitely does seem a lot better. And right here is what the other bus was. A bit different, but practically kind of the same thing. Okay. So let's just lower it in this, you know, normal V8 truck. I mean, if you're gonna have a truck, you gotta be a V8. And slam on the brake. ABS, compared to what it used to be, definitely does seem a bit better. Okay, so we are on Utah now. There's a reason that we're on Utah. One, computer decided to crash while I was recording in Utah, so now I have to re-record that. But anyway, now that we are in Utah, hopefully you are seeing this part. The reason why we're in Utah is because they've made some of the road things smoother, as you will probably see about now. And you can definitely see that there is a pretty good difference there. So one of my computer parts is getting extremely hot, which means my computer's getting very loud. The fan controller isn't working correctly, so I'll just manually set it. Okay, good. Now you don't need to deal with my computer being loud. Let's just let it cool down for a second. Engines now can be killed much easier. Let's go see if that's true. It says it is, but is it really? Well, English is going once again. We will try and see if that is true. Let's just let's go hit it. So let's just crash into like something like this. Now we're gonna hit into this rock right here. And he slams in.
Are you little?
You know, the stupid thing is that during testing, it broke almost instantly. During testing. So what happened here? I shall prove my point. There. I finally proved my point. And before, it did take a little bit more force to destroy it. So you could have it destroyed sometimes up to here. And so it'll be fine. Magic. And of course it doesn't run, so there's no point of doing that. But something that I do want to show you is with the ETK K-Series. There is a new model called the Track Day. It's pretty much what you think of it for. As the name implies, and so does the body styling, it's designed for track use. Is that going to stop us from using it? Is that going to stop us from using it on the road? Nope. Like, look at those tires. I wonder, are those legal? Probably not. I don't like the sound. I mean, I like the pops and bangs, but I definitely do not like the sound of whatever it is. The engine, mainly, because the engine sounds to the inline 6. Come on, you could have gone for something a little better, like a V8. But now, you do make plenty of power. Just gonna stop here for one moment. See? That's a new feature. So watch what's gonna happen when we slam on the brakes. And as we take off, it also goes off. So I'm not touching anything. And full brake. And as you've probably seen if you watch Top Gear or the Grand Tour and you've seen a Fiat go around whatever track they're on and they hit the brakes down hard, you probably have heard them say, yeah, Fiats under hard braking always make their flashes go on.
Front hazards coming on under hard braking. All Fiats do that for some reason.
And that's like the same thing with this car right here. Watch. So speed and flashers. For some reason, they do that. And yeah. That's how the floppy paddle gearbox mode works. Now, the SBR4 has always had this really weird thing with shifting extremely slow when you put it in the manual if you're not in the right RPMs or the right amount of throttle. Let's see if this has the same issue. Nope, not at all. In this car, it's nice and responsive, whereas the SBR4, I've had times where it's like so slow to respond. I might show that later. And we hit a bump there. You can definitely see that the suspension on this is very harsh. Right there. Driving around here on mountain roads are very fun roads to drive on in real life and in games, and just yeah, because they have so many curves and they're overall just fun. Especially if you want to try and get that tail out a little. Now this is all-wheel drive, so it's not going to be any actual drifting. Okay, there we go. Oh, we've turned off all the electronic support. And it's cornering. Yeah, there actually is some lift-off oversteer. So let's see if I can show that again. So right now I'm full throttle, going into the corner. I let off, and then it started to oversteer. Let's just reset this. Let's take a look at the SBR4. Now the SBR4, as far as I know, is the first car to support this. What I want to show is you can actually change the engine management, which is like the ECU and that sort of thing. Here's our SBR4. Let's put it in manual, and now I'm going to tell you when I click it. click, click. It doesn't feel right. Especially if, okay, now watch this. Watch when the number changes and watch when it actually changes in RPM. See, there's a bit of a delay there. And then of course if you're driving it like a normal person would in this type of car, shifts are nice and fast and responsive. But if you're driving like, you know, a sane driver, I'm sorry that I'm being so rudely interrupted by myself, but listen to this. It sounds so good. And we're already up to our temperature level, which is normal for the engine, because like this car has so much power that it just heats up real fast. Now, 7th gear is obviously a very much overdrive gear. Now let's look at one of the bigger changes. Let's go over to body. Now we need to open up the engine right here. And this is only a 4-cylinder engine. Can you believe that? So here we have our different engine blocks. Then we have the ECU. Adjustable race ECU. Now that we have the race ECU, we can like change a bunch of settings and stuff. Now I think this car maxing out in 7,000 RPM is a little too low. So you see here, the heavy duty engine block makes the engine stronger. Now I don't know any of the answers. The ultra heavy duty makes it extremely strong. But of course, we must do this. Stage 2 long block performance. Now that we've done that, let's just look here for a moment. Turbochargers, we currently have TT S2 twin turbos, which means there is a bit of turbo lag. Watch. Okay, so I'm going to floor it here. See that? Twin turbos have a good amount of turbo lag. I'm going to go get the app for... There's an app for that. No, not an app for... There's an app for that. I'm getting the app for engine performance, which is an engine diameter. And things are now said to be much easier to read, and we don't need that, really. Or that. So now we just have these. Now let's see. So most 4-cylinder engines are in cars because they're fuel efficient. I wonder. Okay. Yes, that was a bit extreme on the fuel there, but... So let's see. So if we put it in drive where it can act... Even in drive, it's extremely harsh with the shifts. But let's just look here for a second. So, like normal driving on the highway, you're looking at about 12 or 15 miles per gallon from an inline 4. Yes, that's not good at all. Now, they said that this is much easier to read and stuff. So, let's look at our numbers for power, and over here is the torque. So power to the wheels and power at the flywheel. Let's just look at about here. Okay, so right here we peaked power at the wheels at about 500. See, it's about 50 more horsepower. Although we don't have that much torque because it is only a 4-cylinder. 4-cylinders don't make that much torque. Basically, the common thing is the more cylinders you have will give you slightly more torque. Of course, that doesn't really matter because there are Cummins diesel engines that are inline 6s, which most Cummins are, and have thousands of torque. Okay, so right now our wheels are completely fine. And it feels like that bump like killed it or something. Yeah, this suspension cannot take anything. You hit the smallest thing and boom, suspension dead.